Oh, hey. Didn't see that, I'm just marching off to my spot in the war to fight the army of the dead and the Night's King, I don't know how I'm going to stand a chance against them, considering they have a giant ice dragon. I know we have 2 regular dragons, but, for the average Joe like me that just has a sword, I don't think I can fight off a dragon. But, the whole Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 2 was, back to their old grind, slow burn and all, just more of, not deception or whatever, but more like tension building between the big ones, obviously, is Daenerys and, everyone, but mainly Sansa, of course, Even, you can feel it at the start of the episode when, Jaime is being, confronted by everyone, and all of his former enemies are all like, yo, you suck, man. You stink. You ugly, man. You did this to me. You hurt my mama. You fought this bro. You lost at the Battle of the Blackfish. You did this, man. You suck, bruh. Come on. I hate you. Tully gang all the way. Because Tully gang. And then Brienne's like, yo, man. Catelyn Stark, or Catelyn Tully, Catelyn Stark, because she's a Stark now, because she married Ned Stark all the way back in before Season 1. She was like, he and I both pledged to protect you guys. So, he's a good guy. He's saved me from being raped, and Daenerys is all about that girl power. She's all about no more rapists, no more slavery. So Daenerys is like, Brienne, okay, whatever. But Sansa, on the other hand, is like, oh, if you trust him, I trust him. Because I trust you with my life. Because you cool. But Daenerys is like, man, this guy killed my dad. How can I trust him? Ever, man. Hate him. And, you can feel that. Because they were on board with killing Jaime at the start. Both Sansa and Daenerys were like, where's Arya at? She needs to slit this man's throat. Where's my boy Grey Worm at? She needs to stab this man with his spear jaw. And, that doesn't happen. Because, Sansa's does anything to annoy Daenerys, basically, because Daenerys is they don't get along at all. That also brings me to another scene where Daenerys comes and confronts Sansa about, always, not being, trusting of her. Oh, and, so, they're, talking, and they're actually getting along until Daenerys kind of, cucks it all up and says, no, not Daenerys. And then Sansa just basically asks a simple question, and she says, what about the North? And then Daenerys is like, and Sansa's like, bruh, we fought for our freedom, we won our freedom. That's all we want. And Daenerys is like, and then luckily, someone swoops in and says, yo, Sansa, someone's here for you, see you? And, it turns out it was Theon Greyjoy. And first of all, Theon Greyjoy's like, yo, I'm here to fight for you guys, because I love you guys. And Sansa's like, bro, I do not care, just give me a hug. And they hug, and you're like, because that brings you back to, Season 6 or Season 5, whatever, when, she hates Theon, and they both, kind of bond over being tortured by Ramsay Bolton. By the way, if you haven't seen this show, just know, screw Ramsay Bolton. He's the biggest douchebag ever. Dickhead, man. I hate Ramsay Bolton. He's the worst. He's the equivalent of getting beat with a lead pipe over the head on the curb right after you walk out of the bar on a Sunday night. That's how he is. That's that experience and feeling. That's all of Ramsay Bolton. And not a matter of fact, you get each of your knuckles beat in too. That's what Ramsay Bolton would do to you. Screw him. He's the worst. But that's not the point. They kind of bonded over that, but they kind of embrace each other. Not like a whole weird thing. It's more of a loving hug because they're family at this point. They've always been family. Because Theon is more of a Stark than he is a Greyjoy. Because the Greyjoys kind of suck. They kind of suck. Euron Greyjoy. He's weird. He's a weirdo. Yara Greyjoy. She's female. She's kind of crazy too. And Balon Greyjoy was an old weirdo for a fact. He was weird. But that's not the boy. They kind of bond over that, and then Daenerys is like, "Yo, bruh, what the heck? You were supposed to be, where's everyone? Where's your sister?" And like, and she was like, and he was like, "Bruh, my sister went back to take the Iron Islands. All right, just chill with me." And, you know, that scene ends. But also, during the interrogation scene, Brian was all like, "The things we do for love," and his whole cripple thing, and then James, I liked the look that Jamie gave him, and it was like, crap, he still remembers. And like, of course he's gonna remember. He's a three-eyed raven. But you know, Jamie's like afterwards is like asks him, "Yo, how come you didn't snitch on me? I threw you out the window." And then then Bran was like, "If I told him, you would be dead. Like, do you want to die or something?" And then Jamie was like, "Fair enough point." Also, Jamie with Tyrion. During the day, it was like kind of they talked about how Jamie always knew what Cersei was, and how Jamie is kind of like is the only one that can actually knows Cersei, but he's too stupid to like actually confront her or stop her because he loves her. And you know, back to the thing that Bran says, the things we do for love, like all that crap. What else happened in this episode? Oh, the Night's Watch and some of the wildlings finally get to Winterfell. You know, so there's that scene with the three of them, Sam, Jon, or Aegon. I'm gonna call him Jon though, because he's Jon. He's not Aegon. Jon and what's his name? I forgot his name. All meet together and they're like giving that hug because they're the last of the 5 actual Night's Watch members, because 2 of them died and the other 2 weren't real Night's Watch members because they deserted the Night's Watch back in like season 3. And what else? There's a scene with Gilly and Sir Davos where they tell this little girl that she should stay in the crypt and not fight with her brother. And you know, kind of like you look at her and you think of Shireen, because Shireen was a little girl that helped Sir Davos read. And she was like really great until she was burned to death. She was like what, 9 or 12, and she was burned to death, which is really sad. You know, her death was in pain because you know, whatever. And like, cause like she has gray sail, which is a disease that even Sir Jorah Mormont had, which is basically like super herpes. It's basically super herpes. It's like herpes and AIDS combined, and you die. That's all it is. And also a mental illness, but that's not it. And like they're just trying to just tell her that, hey, you should probably go in the crypt because you're just a little girl. And you know, she finally agrees to stay with Gilly. Well, there was also the scene where Sam was like, "Yo, I don't want to be in the crypt. I want to fight." And then everyone was like, "Bro, you need to be in the crypt. You kind of suck." And then Sam was like, "People forget that I did this, this, and this, and this, and this. I don't know about you, but I kind of killed the White Walker before all of you guys did." And then we're like, "Fine, but you're gonna die." But I don't know. I don't know if he actually is gonna stay in the crypt. So I'm fine with him staying in the crypt because one, I don't want him to die because I love Sam, but he might die next episode. What else? Tyrion also